Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Kangmin Kim, and today I'm going to teach you guys about serving. Like any other net sports, ping pong also has lots and lots of rules related to the serving. However, in this video, I'm going to just talk about the techniques and the skills about the serving, so I recommend the people who want to have a better serving technique to watch this video. Then what types of serving techniques are we going to learn? We are going to learn 3 different types of serving in this video. First is just basic serving. So without spin, without knuckle, or without slices, without backhand, but just forehand basic serve. The second serve you're going to learn is a little bit more advanced one. This one contains a bit of slicing, but we still do the serve with forehand. So it's a forehand slice serve. Then we're going to learn the hardest one, but the most effective one, which is called the backhand slice serve. And as the name tells you, it's giving a serve with a backhand with a slice. Okay, so I think my explanation would be enough, and let's move to the court. Let's dig in. Basic forehand serve. So then what is a basic forehand serve? Basic forehand serve is basically a plain drive that you do during the game, but it's just that you're doing the move in the serve. So I'll show you the form. As you can see, the form itself, it's nearly same with just plain driving that you do during the game. But there are 2 things that you have to be careful with. The first thing is that you have to use the whole body, not just the arm, not just the wrist, but the whole body. This way, you can make your serve way powerful. The next thing that you have to be careful of is that you have to push the ball, not strike it. So you shouldn't do this, but push it to the end. This way, the ball will be way more accurate. This serve is the easiest serve for the beginners to do. However, since this serve does not contain any type of spin, it can be quite easy for the opponent to return. So, to make your serve better, you have to work on the accuracy and the power. The absence of slice can actually help you to make more powerful and more accurate serve. When you get confident with this serve, I recommend you to try the serve in various directions. Since this serve is quite easy, and it won't be that challenging to try the serve in various directions. Even though it doesn't have any type of spin, it will be still deadly for the opponent if you can make the serve in various directions. So the second thing we're going to learn is the forehand slice serve. So first of all, I'm going to show you the form. So to amateur players who does not know the difference between all those serve, might think, what's the difference between the forehand slice serve and the basic forehand serve? The main difference is in the wrist. When the ball meets the paddle in basic forehand serve, it meets like this. So, like this. However, in forehand slice serve, the ball and the paddle meets like this. So the paddle is a bit tilted. This is because you have to make a slice, and that's the key point. And in order to make a better slice, of course you have to use the snap of your wrist. Like this. Focus on my wrist. I emphasize the snap of my wrist and also how it is tilted. One more tip for the serve is that you get a better spin when you throw the ball higher. The reason why we have to throw the ball higher can be explained by this picture. If the 2 same buses crash into the 2 same rocks, of course the bus with the higher velocity will going to pop up to the sky, while the bus with the lower velocity will just going to fumble over the rock. This shows how the ping pong ball with the higher velocity will going to spin more and get a better slice. And to higher the velocity of the ping pong ball when it meets the paddle, we have to throw the ball higher. When you do a forehand slice serve, the ping pong ball should move with this direction. As you can see, the ping pong ball spins to the outer part of the table. As a result, this serve can be extra deadly to right-hand players because the right-hand players would have to change their hand from forehand to backhand in order to return this serve. Moreover, in order to return the serve, the opponent would have to use a slice, which means if you use this serve to an opponent who aren't confident with their slices, it will be much more deadly. So now we're going to learn the last serve, which is the backhand slice serve. Before we learn this serve, we have to know the direction of slicing. In the forehand slice serve, you slice from the outside to the inside, like this. In the backhand slice serve, you'll have to slice the other way, which means from the inside to the outside, like this. Now that I'm going to show you the form. It's this way. Since the key point of this serve is slicing, most of the tips are quite similar with the previous serve. You just have to throw the ball higher, and you have to be careful with the angle of your paddle and the snap in your wrist. Other than that, to be honest, there aren't a lot of things to carry this serve. You just more have to practice and get the feeling and the sense of slicing the ball. As I mentioned, in this serve, there aren't many things that I have to talk about additionally. Just work on your wrist, work on the snap, and make sure that you throw the ball high. Other than that, you have to just practice a lot and make the feeling and the sense of slicing the ball backhand. The interesting part of this serve is that this serve has the exact opposite spin with the forehand slice serve, which means if you use the both serves, then it can be quite confusing to the opponent. One bad point of this serve is that it's quite difficult to actually make the serve. Most of the players does not have an experience serving the ball backward, so they might feel some difficulty at first. However, you should practice and get the feeling.
So we went through the 3 different types of serves, and I recommend you guys to look at all the explanations and the characteristics of the serves and then find the best serve that fits you the best, considering your play style. Then look at the tips that I gave you about the serve and practice the serve based on the tips that I gave you. I believe then you can be the best server in the world, or maybe the second best, cause I'll be the best. Peace out.
Yeah.